Hey y'all, Michael here from Vaxis, and welcome to the first of a series of videos called Vaxis Live. In today's episode, join me as we unbox the Atom 500 to see what comes in the package. We'll set it up and go over the basic menu structure, and lastly, connecting it to an iOS device. Let's see what comes in the package. So what I have in my hands is a pair of Atom 500 transmitter and receiver. If you're new to Vaxis, our flagship product is the Storm series, which ranges from 800 feet all the way up to 5,000 feet. With a true zero delay system and integrated fans, it's really designed for the focus puller and the Hollywood professional. The Atom 500 takes what we've accomplished with the Storm series and brings it to the masses. At $480, it becomes much more accessible to many people. While the Atom 500 is not a true zero delay system, which we'll explore in a subsequent video, at less than 0.1 seconds delay, it's an excellent option for those wanting to go wireless. Speaking of upcoming videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications, as we'll be bringing more videos like the one you're watching right now. When you open the box, you'll see the instruction manual for the Atom 500, and below it are the transmitter and receivers. We also give you a side bracket that gives you multiple mounting options for your Atom 500. And along with this, we also give you a hot shoe mount so that you can connect it onto your camera. There's also a power cable, and you can use the same cable for future firmware updates. At first glance, the Atom 500 transmitter and receiver may look identical, but if you look closer, on the transmitter side there is an HDMI in and an HDMI out, which allows you to loop through your video to an external monitor. Down here below, you'll find a USB Type-C connector, which allows you to power the Atom 500 as well as connect it to a computer for later firmware updates. Here on the receiver end, you'll see two HDMI outs, which allows you to monitor to multiple outputs. On both devices, on the back there is an NPF style battery, which allows you to power it via battery, so it gives you a lot of different power options. Operationally, the Atom 500 has a total of 3 buttons below the OLED screen, as well as a power switch here on the side. For the purposes of this video, we'll refer to these buttons as left, middle, and right. Alright, so I have the Atom 500 transmitter connected to my camera. And let's go ahead and turn it on. Once you turn it on, you'll see the display light up. And right now it says no video, but once the transmitter receives the signal from your camera, it'll turn from no video, and in my case, it's gonna say 1080p 60. Once it says 1080p 60 or starts receiving the signal, the device will also automatically assign a channel, which in my case, it's assigned us to channel 7. So let's just go over a couple more settings or displays here on the OLED. Down here at the left, you have the fan strength. Right now we have it set to auto, and we'll go into more details later. Above it, you have the temperature of the device. Here on the right side, you have the battery levels. And then up top right here, you have your wireless strength. So let's turn on the Atom 500 receiver. Just like the transmitter, it's going to turn on, and now it's going to scan the frequency, and using the same DFS technology is going to pick up the signal that's being broadcasted from your transmitter. And here you see that it's assigned us to channel 7. So this basically means we're locked into the picture. I'll go ahead and turn on my display here, and I'm just using an older Marshall monitor, and you'll see that you can see they're both locked in and we have picture. So we're back on the transmitter side. As you can see, pairing was very simple. You just turn on the transmitter and then the receiver, and the device will basically do all of the hard work for you. If for whatever reason your device is showing you no video, that's a sign that you might want to troubleshoot it further. For example, the cable might be bad or the device is not picking up the signal from the camera. You can basically go down the line and troubleshoot it one step at a time. So we'll go into the sub-menu and look at all the different functions that the Atom 500 has. So to do that, you just hold and press the middle button for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then it's going to take you to the sub-menus. So the first menu that we have is pairing. This is what you'll do if you want to manually sync the transmitter to the receiver. Down here you have the SSID, which is the ID for your particular Atom 500 transmitter. And this is used to connect from the transmitter to your iOS device. You also have an 8-digit key that allows you to connect to the transmitter and broadcast it to your iOS device. We have the number of connected RXs displayed here. And then make sure you have your app turned on if you want to connect to an iOS device. We have the version of the firmware, which right now it's set to 1.15. Vaxis is constantly updating the functionality and the usability and the performance of the Atom 500. So make sure that you keep your Atom 500 firmware up to date. To update your Atom 500 firmware, make sure to check out our video on how to update your firmware on the Atom 500. So to change your fan setting is fairly straightforward and simple. In order to do that, all you have to do is press and hold the left key until the fan setting starts to blink. And once it starts to blink, you can change it right there. You have low, high, or off. Let's go over how to set up your Atom 500 transmitter to an iOS device. In order to do that, let's go into the submenu and look at some of the features. If you hold and press the middle button, it'll take you to the submenu, and when you navigate down to the second menu, it should say SSID. This SSID is specific to your Atom 500 transmitter. And then just below that, you'll find the PWD, which is the password, and it's a automatically generated 8-digit key that the Atom 500 transmitter is generating. So once you have those two, you can go to your iOS device and connect to device, and you can plug them in right here. Once you have your SSID and your password typed in, connecting is as simple as just pressing the button. And you'll see that once it's locked in, it's just that simple. That's it for the basic overview on the Atom 500. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and stay up to date on future videos and tutorials. I'm Michael from Vaxis. I'll catch you on the next one.